Now, young Derek will be back later with more. But in the meantime, if you've got a job to do in wood, we know something that's going to do it very, very good. Take a look at the details on this one. Here we go. It is our 10-inch Bosun compound mitre saw with a laser line generator, by the way, very 21st century. Ignore the website price. It's on its way down. Now then, Tony,
well,
talk
Clive,
to us about this.
I'll tell you what, this has got everything that you could possibly want from a mitre saw, a chop saw, all right? First of all, look, we've got... Obviously, we've got the mitering facility, so we can actually use that in up to 45 degrees in either direction for doing all your mitre cuts.
Yeah.
Now, you've also got a beveling facility, a compound mitre saw, so you can actually angle the whole bed there like that through up to 45 degrees as well. And I'll show you why you'd want to do that in a minute. Now, you couple that with an 1800-watt motor. You then add a blade with 60 tungsten carbide tipped teeth. And you've got a saw that is so versatile. And you know something? Do not get this mixed up with a lot of chop saws that I'm looking at in some of the larger do-it-yourself shops.
Yeah.
That's what you normally get in a blade,
yeah.
24 teeth. Now, because you have 60 teeth, it does mean that you are always going to get that really, really perfect cut as well.
Yeah.
Now then, all right, what we're going to do, Clive, that's it.
Okay.
Now, you've also got the facility there, right, for sliding the bed in and out. Now, what that means is that we've got a much wider cutting capacity. In fact, the statistics, up to 3 inches thick, all right, 75 mil, and up to 295 mil wide. That's actually over 11 inches. And the great thing about that, Clive, is it'll do all of those mitres and all of that big cutting as well. But I tell you what, without further ado...
Oh, we're going in?
We're going in, mate. So I'm put my goggles on.
OK, I'm going to put mine on. Not quite as fancy as yours. Oh, by the way, goggles-wise, you will receive a set of goggles when you place your order and a padded mask as well. You're going to get both of those with the set. But wait for the price to crash, of course. Right,
now, to kick off, Clive, what I've got there is a piece of timber. It's about 6 by 2.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're doing a sort of pergola out in the garden... All right, floor or ceiling joists, and I actually popped right through a knot there just to show just how powerful it is. But just look how clean that cut is. And that's one of the great things about this, Clive. Because of that quality of blade, you're able to do very, very clean cuts. Now, the other thing that you're going to save a lot of time with this saw is because it cuts all of that marking out. You know, normally, you used to say when you're cutting, if you want to make sure it's nice and square, you've got to mark it all
the way
with a set gauge. Yeah. And by the way, if you're doing jobs out in the garden like fencing posts, and this is 3 by 3 fencing posts. But again, just look at the speed and look at the precision that you're actually going to get. Now, one of the things I didn't mention, it's also got a laser line generator.
I was about to mention that,
So what it does is it casts a beam of light exactly where the blade will cut, and it actually allows you, in fact, if I tilt it around that way, you can probably see it better. It actually allows you to actually...
Just under there, you can
just under there,
sort of
where my
it.
finger is now, and you can actually see the light on my finger. But when you're actually using this, you can see it so perfectly well. It's very, very clear, OK?
And very quick. You know, the thing is, if you imagine sawing something like this by hand, the next item that Tony's got, imagine this. How long it would take you to do that with a handsaw. And even if you've got a pencil line, you know how often you go off from side to side. This is going to make sure that cut is perfect.
Now, the other great thing is, Clive, you've got a support system on either side. So for longer timbers, not a problem, they're supported. You can actually clamp the work down. So if you're looking at this saw and thinking, wow, this is a big saw, it's not the sort of thing I'm normally used to using, very, very safe to use. Now, for instance, in order to expose the blade, you have to press the safety lever on the side there. In order to press the trigger, you've actually got to press the button on the top. So you've got 2 safety features that you have to overcome before it can actually start. So it's virtually impossible to do anything accidentally. And again, just look at that. Now, that is over 10 inches wide. We've got a capacity of over 11 inches for mica shelves. Maybe you want to do your own bookcases.
Oh, great idea.
Your own furniture. It's going to be a great bit of kit for doing that as well.
Now, Tony has talked about the big stuff. We've talked about 3 inches, over 3 inches by 11.5 inches, which is the timber it will cut. What about if you wanted to do the fine cuts? Because you can do fine cuts with this particular blade. If you're a crafter or somebody that, say, enjoys making your own picture frames, this is a composite material, but this is actually, look at that, that is a picture frame there that Tony did a while ago. Now Tony's about to show us some more and also some dado railing that he's about to cut in a second.
Now, very quickly, Clive, look at this. This is actually a composite cornice. Right? If you're doing any kitchen work, look at the finish and the quality that you get. Now, let me show you how to do that with some dado railing.
Okay.
Now, because you've got this mitering facility in either direction, you can do your 45-degree angles.
Right.
I'll show you that in a sec.
I'll tell you what, show us that
price.
in a second, Tone, because the price has crashed. £149 has actually been chop-sawed off our website price, down to just £86. Remember, you need to be quick on the phones. And also, it carries a no quibble money back guarantee. So why not get it home, try it out for yourself. We'll aim to deliver it in 5 to 7 working days. If you're not 100% satisfied, you can send it back. But you're going to love working with this.
Really?
And that is a cracker of a price. Do not get this mixed up with some of those that you see in the DIY stores. You'll be lucky if you can cut a 2-inch by 2-inch bit of timber with. This is a professional item that is going to do the job. Whether it's floor joists, ceiling joists, floorboards, skirting boards, dado rail, picture frame, remember. You want to do picture frame, you can do that as well. 0800 91 71 661. That's the number to call. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you if you're quick on those phones right now. And as long as I can find it. Here we go. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Here's the deal. If you get on the phones now or in the next couple of minutes, I've got a mystery gift. That mystery gift is £20 on the website. It is a DIY-based mystery gift, by the way. What I'm going to do is if you get on those phones now or in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to throw that in free of all charge. Now, it appears on our website at £20. Remember, this is just incredible. 0800 91 71 661. That is the number to call.
Right, now look at this, right? Now, there's your first 45-degree cut. As we can see, look how clean that cut is. It's
really
a perfect
clean.
cut every time. Now, what I'm going to do now, lovely. What I'm going to do now is angle it through 45 degrees the other way.
Okay.
By the way, the noise that you can hear there, it's actually got preset miters built into the saw.
Yep.
So that way, as I said, you can actually do your octagons, your hexagons, your the 12-sided ones.
Yeah. Decaduogon.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, just look at that now. Now, by the way, the clamp can actually be moved from one side to the other. So when you're working on the other hand, you can clamp it down, make it nice and safe.
Let's take a look at this. Now, look at that. This is the sort of thing you can do. That is now the finish, the professional finish that you actually will get. Now, those phone lines are getting busy. Just take a look. If I just turn that around, look at that. That is just superb. Now, remember, we'll throw in your goggles and your mask as well. And don't forget your mystery gift as well. £20 on our website. If you're on the phones now or in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to throw that in free of all charge. So whatever you do, get on those phones now. 0800 91 71 661.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've seen it do the very fine jobs,
Yeah.
and this is the beauty of that 60 tough blade, okay? But you know, from one extreme to the next, yeah, this is a big bit of timber. This is 8 inches by 3 inches. And again, just look how clean that is there. Now, again, I've got to say, Clive, that if you've got very tall skirting board to cut, pop it on underneath the blade, okay, and clamp it down in place. Okay, now what you want to do now is tilt the bed over to 45 degrees. Okay, now you can actually do all the bevel cuts. Right, in exactly the same way.
Watch this. You're going to be
and you've got your bevel cut. So if you've got that tall skirting board to work with at home, just again look at the finish, and there's a piece that I did earlier.
Look at that.
And just look at that, as I say, for a perfect mitre. Okay,
that is just supreme. Remember, £86 is all you're going to pay. £149 has been chop-sawed off that website price down to 86 quid. But listen, you've got to be quick on those phones. And when you are quick on the phones, remember, you will get the mystery gift. £20 on our website. It'll be yours, absolutely free of all charge. You've got to be quick now or in the next couple of minutes.
Now, if you're going to plan a decking job, this is the tool to have. Because I'll tell you what, just imagine how much time that tool is going to save around the garden. You know, if you've really got a pergola. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got some laminate floor. You know, very, very popular at the moment, but also quite easily chipped. Now, you'll notice I put it in upside down. But again, there's your laminate floor cut. But again, you can see, look at the finish of that cut.
No splinters.
And again, that is the beauty, Clive. 60 tungsten carbide tip teeth, 1800 watt, What a saw to have. Get all those jobs done around the house with that bit of kit.
Safety kit, mystery gift. Come on. Let's take a look at those details. Here we go. It is our 10-inch Bosun compound mitre saw with the laser line generator and the free safety kit. It was £235. We decided to knock off £149 down to just 86. 0800 91 71 661. Don't forget your mystery gift. You're going to love it.